first half marathon, Ryan Hall. I tease him like, what do you go out and take the lead for? You look like a dog in a new neighborhood. I really say that to him. He just smiles. I love to run that way, right?
Yeah, I'm taking it upon myself, my personal responsibility to make sure his hair is all gone by the end of 2012.
If I was your coach, it would have been all gone by now. We say this stuff to each other constantly. What are you doing? And he says, man, I'm having fun. And I said, you're crazy. And I have said to him, if I was your coach, I'd kill you for not tucking in behind. He said, that's okay, but you're not my coach and you won't be my coach. Tell us about the race today. You obviously felt comfortable running 4 minutes, 52 seconds a mile.
Yeah, you know, my goal is always just to be completely me out there, and I love to run in the front. On windy days like today, that's kind of a bummer, but...
Now tell me about the wind. It didn't look like that way at the finish. Was it windy?
Yeah, you definitely feel it out there. I think that's why some of our splits were all over the place. It was one of those things where you'd be in the lead and you felt like you were working pretty hard, and then I'd tuck in. Sometimes Abdi would come out and help out, and I'd tuck in behind him like, man, this feels too slow. So then I'd go back in front, but then it would feel like way harder. So I think the people who were up in front were kind of taking a beating. I think Desi could probably relate to that.
Now, was it windy? I mean, would you say a third of the course was windy for you, or what percentage? The flags were pretty still at the finish line, and I haven't asked anybody else this, but I didn't realize wind was a factor out there.
Yeah, I haven't checked my wind gauge yet, so I'm not sure. I'll go home and plug in my Garmin and see what it says.
This is the way the conversations we have go all the time. I gotta tell you. You prepared in Redding, California, where you and Sarah made a new home. How long did you build up for this, and were you injury-free and everything went fine?
Yeah, we were in Redding for all three months after I ran the Chicago Marathon, and after there, just decided to experiment a little bit with sea level training. We always train at altitude, so we usually split our time between Flagstaff and a sea level location. And we really wanted to go to this church, Bethel Church up in Redding, so we're like, well, let's just experiment with some sea level training. And I love to just try new things. I love to go after breakthrough, and I believe that the way breakthrough comes is through experimentation, not being afraid to fail, trying new stuff out. And it's just fun to try new stuff out. That's kind of my personality. I enjoy it. So yeah, we experimented with sea level, trained there for 3 months, and training just got better and better every week as I went. And then I had to really pull back the reins kind of the last couple of weeks and really rest up a lot for it. And it worked. I was feeling super poppy out there. Felt really good over the first half, and that's why I went out a little bit aggressively.
You do it a little differently. You decided you want to be self-coached. In your opinion, is it working for yourself?
Yeah, I don't really call it self-coach. I call it faith-based coaching because, I don't really consider myself a coach. I'm a runner, and I've learned from a lot of great coaches that I've been brought up under. But at the end of the day, I just get on my knees and pray and ask God what to do, and I do that, and it's working out really well. I've run, 2:04. God is my coach, and 2:08, and then
with me as your coach.
with Larry as my coach. Let's not go there.
You know what people might like to hear? Tell us about your foundation.
Yeah, my wife and I started the Hall Steps Foundation because you're mentioning the story about running around the lake, and that really came from a vision that God gave me to try that out. And when I came home from that run, I collapsed in the couch. I was super tired, as you'd imagine, and I felt like God was telling me, I've given you a gift to run with the best guys in the world, and then I've also given you that gift so that you can help other people and love other people. And kind of a tangible way that we can do that is through the All Steps Foundation. And we just fight poverty in a lot of different ways through a lot of different organizations. And we really got hooked when we went to Zambia with World Vision after the 2008 games. And I'll never forget talking to this guy in this community, and he was telling me, he's like, because you guys brought clean water to my village, everyone in my village is going to live 10 years longer than they otherwise would. And I was like, wow, we raised this money for this borehole just through a race that a bunch of people were doing in Chicago, the Chicago Marathon. And I was like, that's, these people are living longer because of that. So we are instantly hooked after that, and we've been moving and, believing in God that poverty can end in our lifetime.
If anybody here wants to send a donation to your organization, is there a way to do that?
Yeah, if you guys go to the website, thestepsfoundation.org, there's a way to donate online, and yeah, we'd appreciate you partnering with us. And I always tell people, if you guys are runners, I just encourage people to run for charity. I think about that all the time because marathons are hard. Like, sometimes I question whether I want to do this for a living or not, especially the last couple of miles of the race. But, that's when you fall back on, like, well, why am I out here, and how am I impacting not only myself but other people? And when you're running for a cause, it's a driving force.
Give that address one more time.
The address?
For send donation.
I was like, I don't remember that.
Not your home address.
Thestepsfoundation.org.
Ladies and gentlemen, second Olympian marathon, Ryan Hall.